What am I doing? That just proves how sleepy I am sometimes. Controller. There we go. Oh shoot, why is this on full screen? This should not be on full screen. There we go. Bleh. Blah, 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 blah. Don't know why that came out on full screen, but it's fixed. Alright, I think we're ready. And it looks looking good for once too, so might as well start. Oh no, is this broken? Oh no, broke. Okay, good. Alright. What was I doing? That's probably not a person. So I'm not gonna shout it out at all. Is there a way for me to... I'll do it later. We just freed what's needed. Yeah. There's no time now to return to Moonlight Alcove as before. The stars already urged you on. Everyone is ready to make haste for the Hocal Wars. That's... Alright. Wolford approaches you as you fly above his hidden lair at the Moonlight Alcove. You cannot help but wonder if you shall ever return. Our dear Alcove. I've asked my agents to break down the place. It soon shall be gone, if it isn't already. We shall not be returned. You're not the time to do so anyways. And, with Orleg back among the living now, and no longer fond of me, I dare not think of what he would do. Unfortunately, hiding places are of little value once they're found. Once all of this is over, those of us who do not manage to return, we shall have to find another place to live. To try to live, at least. Oof. I'm gonna dash. Hi. Oh, sorry. I forget that kills you. Hi. Oh, you don't have anything to say. Cool. Your flight takes you near where you reach past Stormwall, which is Death's Tempest. With the climate and the downsides intensifying, you wonder if the storm has spilled forth from the confines and started to ravage other regions of the land. Hard to tell, honestly. Hocal Wars. It is drifted here upon the sea for longer than one might expect. Perhaps you have already read of the doomed ship's demise in the embrace of unfathomed ruins. Some say it was the sea itself which preserves the ship's remains, hidden properties within the water, sea creatures binding together good planks of wood. Those such as yourselves and the accusers know another truth, I gather. The stars would not align over the wreckage if it did not have the greatest significance that first appears. May you have good fortune there during the coming wreck. Is there any other places for me to check? No? Okay, cool. Okay, cool. game's letting giving me 3 places to stop. I could stop here. Volver expresses an interest in taking the brute. Pass. Zay believes the 8 scars are less in here. Somebody says she can sway the coming right against the accusers in your favor. I'm a little curious as to what this is. You touch down at the Sea of Solace where you first encountered Sir Gilman and the Pyre Hearts. You soon shall carry on by sea, though for now you have some time to spare. Nobody in here. Instill fear in the accusers. Oh, this will be good. Someone had better keep an eye on Prometheus as she flies off on her mission. You do your best to keep up with Prometheus as she delves into the steady currents of fathomless trench. She indicates that some of her winged sisters may be nearby to lend their aid. This is as far as you can follow, dear reader darling. Please excuse me for a little while. She swoops off, leaving you on your own. Some time passes, during which you can almost feel the downside encroaching all around you. Well, that was certainly interesting. I suggest we get out of here. It appears that the accusers soon will have a little accident that should dampen their spirits. Prometheus ensures the accusers shall suffer -3 culture for the next right. Oh wow. Prometheus, what did you do, honey? Prometheus, honey, what did you do? Prometheus staring out of the window as you approach. I miss flying, baby darling. Take it from me. It feels as good as you'd expect. It's not enough for those Commonwealth brutes to cast me down here. If they can get their fingers on us, they make sure we never fly again as once we did. All while calling it an act of mercy. Let me ask you something. You've learned a thing or two. What have your studies taught you of my kind? What you learned from the harps? I have learned nothing. So I will be honest and say, no, you know, a little. It's like I don't want to say that. I don't want to the violence they caused. You know, they have suffered common ancestor, which I don't. We know nothing about bird people. Okay. You admit to having little knowledge of the harps with the hiring remnants, other than your limited experience in common comparison. Oh, come on now. There's no need to be so modest. Surely you've heard much of the terrors that we caused. That we slew and ate all your males and like that? And the like? Here, I was hoping you'd indulge me just a bit. Sorry. My kind certainly aren't known for their good sense of humor, I can tell you that. My little tongue got me into no small amount of difficulty, so I learned to keep it well under control. The mountains where I come from, the view there certainly was something. But there's a bleakness to it, and to being surrounded, only by those consumed by the desire to avenge. We're very proud like that. Everybody vying to be the strongest, to kill the most of you. That way, we might just get a shot with the prince. Come, continue the line if he exists. Your understanding is that the males of the harps are all gone, though perhaps one remains. Interesting. Imagine that being the best case scenario, darling. She shakes her head. Anyway, I was just thinking I'd rather enjoy the traveling we've done. Change of scenery does me some good. Perhaps I'll stick to wandering after all this. In fact, I have a fancy for some wandering right now, if you excuse me. Weird bird lore, yep. She heads out of the wagon into the steady currents of Sea of Solace. Interesting and weird bird lore indeed. Moving along. Going straight to the thing. Nope. Halt. Everyone, I beg you please forgive my rudeness here. The background has shuddered to a stop en route to the hulk of oars. There's some commotion as the lone minstrel motions to everyone to be still. Someone is there, along our path, ahead. He points to the distance. However, when you scan this horizon, everything is still. You see no sign of whoever the lone minstrel referred to. Still, he indicates caution. Strange. I do not believe I was mistaken. Tense moments passes, then another. Then the lone minstrel comes up. Our guest. He is there. You look onwards where he signals, and then, at last, you see the cause of his concern. There's no mistaking who it is. Hey! Orlek stands there, near motionless, atop some forgotten rock jutting from the sprawling waters, a fair distance away. He stands directly on the path of your black lantern. Yet he shows no sign of acknowledging the wagon's presence. He appears only to be waiting for something, likely for you all. The little minstrel gets your attention, quietly. Reader, what do your senses tell you at this time? Orlek may have come with ill intent. Ooh. So we can press forward, turn back, or hail him. Let's chat. Let's chat. Let's hail him. There has to be a way to reason with Orlek and bridge differences between him and his former trembler. Perhaps he has come to negotiate. Perhaps you are correct. Let us try and make contact with him, then, as we proceed. You give the signal for the drive-in to start the wagon and head towards it. But just as you reach the point where Orlek once stood, it seems our guest has already departed. Let us remain watchful as we proceed on course. Pansy. Indeed, Orlek is nowhere to be found now. The unnerving encounter causes everyone to fall silent for the remainder of the trip. Oh good, it's not a stat debuff. Cool. Your wagon finally arrives at the Hulk of Wars, where still there is no sign of Orlek, or your next adversaries for that matter. Your companions organize a quick search about the premise, leaving you to watch the wagon until the rats complete. Oh! Something is wrong. Someone is here, alone, with you. When did you get here? Orlek seems to be examining various objects in the wagon. Whenever he has noticed you, you cannot tell. What he is doing here, and how he got in unnoticed, you cannot imagine. Indeed, I cannot. You watch him go about whatever he's doing, examining all sorts of things that you and your fellow exiles gathered on your journey. He shakes his head. All of these trinkets. This wagon. It's most different now. Welcoming, and yet I am unwelcome here, it seems. In my own wagon. He directs his gaze at you and acknowledging your presence for the first time. You, a mere shadow. Tell me something. Who are you to them? Wish to know your connections to Nightwings. I can say that I'm their friend. I'm their friend. I'm not just their reader, I'm their friend. You tell Orlek that you have traveled all across the downside with this group and count them as your trusted friends. It is a different group now than in his day. A friend, is it? Beware then. For the Nightwings do not always treat their friends with all due charity. Relay to them a message from the Shadow. Tell them, I shall have my night. He strides right past you towards the door, but then he turns to you again once more. I shall have my night. Didn't need to repeat yourself, hun. Then Orlek is gone. That happened. What's this? Welp, yeah, welp indeed. Let me check something. Several of your companions return as you exit the wagon. You explain what happened. However, none of them saw Orlek. Most concerning, reader. Though, I am thankful you are well. Orlek, he was always a peaceful individual, and yet his disposition is much different now. Perhaps we had best inspect the wagon for any signs of tampering in light of these events. You and the others conducted an exhaustive search in and around the Black Wagon for any signs of object missing or tampered with, as well as signs of damage or foul play. The search yields nothing. No one finds any sign that anything was moved or tampered with. Even the drive imp seemed calm. The incident leaves you questioning your own recollection of what happened. You try to clear your mind, for the ride is soon now to commence. That happened. Right. Oh, hey guys, you know, it seems so awful quiet now. I gotta say, without that slippery little character that used to hang around you, I mean...
Say, Poppy!
Talks like this a lot! You know what I mean? Hope he found that honor thing he was going on about. We don't know what that... We don't got that in stock just now. What do you have in stock now? Typhoon Bottle. While the wearer's true-live is banished, adversaries are slowed down and cannot use abilities. Interesting. Yeah. Although, to be fair, I think he always says something about the person who left. Pretty sure he always has something to say about the person who left, so... Too bad this is expensive attack. You can finally afford this, though. But do I really want it? Yeah, sure. Make them happy. 1 gold remaining.
Great, Tice.
Thanks, guys! Good luck in that thing you're going to tonight. Who do I want to go in with today? Might as well switch this out. I'm gonna go in with you because you have infinite inspiration. Maybe you. I guess you. Oh, but I do want to get Tiso up too. Honestly, I don't know who I want to set free next. And I have 2 rights until the next liberation. Yeah, so many choices. Once more, you've returned to the Hulk of Ores, and your companions stand ready beneath a still night sky, awaiting the commencement of the rite. You overhear some of their words to one another as you await the signal in the stars. Caesar remembers having faced the accusers many times before. Lower thee thy voice, and raise thine eyes aloft. Just then you observe a glint of the starlight that begins to shine above, and your companions soon fall silent. Why does the sky look oddly red? I'm not sure. Things that ever come along.
The infamous Rita returns, along with her remaining retinue of miscreants. You managed recently to rid yourself of yet another one. Your adversaries, the accusers, as with you, they must be very desperate for their freedom. They shall not make it any easier from here.
We are ready for you, Nightwings! Come, accusers! Let us crush them and be done here quickly! Oh, look at those demons.
Choose quickly your triumvirate.
close to being level 5.
Zay.
Shiru-sama?
And then I like you.
Tizo. It is done.
He's fired up and ready to take on the Yakuza. Come then, Nightwings. Oh, that's. Come then, Nightwings. We are prepared for you.
Now begin. Praise be to the scribes. A swift recovery.
It's so weird for your attack. You are a very weird person to use.
Oras.
Oops. Probably misjudged that.
Your adversaries did not hesitate.
Whoops. I misjudged myself. There you go, you scum! And we have more of that in store! Oh, shut up.
Someone there rose to the occasion. By the scribes. It was dangerously close.
Ah! I gotta remember that this dude has a shield.
Ouch. Succeed. Positively brutish.
Whee!
A blow against the adversary's fire.
Whee! Whee!
That's how you snuff a flame.
Little Tiso for the win!
This is the path to glory. Seize the orb.
Gosh,
A shameful outcome.
oh, they have long cooldowns. Great. Ooh! Respawn just in time. The saps are kind of hard to use sometimes.
Alas for Zay.
Gosh darn it.
Pathetic.
Yeah, the saps are generally meant to be more defensive.
Lendl plunged into your fire.
Like it's kind of hard to kind of
This
use
is the
their
road to
little
ruin.
plant thing.
Elbow.
They're better at using the shield. Darn it. Oh, come on!
Such a display.
Ooh, that's bad. That's bad.
Be gone. Why, that was all of them.
Come on, get over there. Get over there. Get unfired. Gosh darn it. Whee!
Deliverance.
I'm just gonna use
Sorry,
Gosh darn it, I
Wilfred.
let go too early.
Spectacularly done.
Alright, one more hit.
Now, end the ceremony.
Oh, shut up. Alright.
An opportunity.
Oh shoot, I'm out of stamina. Ah, crap.
Beneath
Well, we lost.
contempt,
For once. I'll take the
the
loss. this
sacred
time
mirror
around.
has kept the flames
Oh, right!
alive.
I forgot this happens sometimes. Come on. Launch your aura at me. Launch your aura at me so I can... Oh, never mind. You can
Fully
come in.
vanished.
Oh, gosh darn it! Oh, thank
It
God.
is done.
I forgot I had that on.
Nightwings
Or...
prevail.
How does it
Their
happen, actually? I don't know what
adversaries
the
came ever so
thing
close.
that activates that, but... Hey, somehow it saved me.
The right is done.
Blast! That decorated constable of the Commonwealth should end up having to consort with fools as these, in these accursed robes and miserable circumstances. Those damn scribes certainly exist, for it is clear they have no love for me or any one of decent birth and station. His bitter attitude towards the Nightwings and the rights is such that it affects even his every move. A shame, really. Maybe we just have to get to know him better, and then maybe he's nicer than he seems. No,
Bask now in the wisdom of
Oh,
the
hey,
scribes.
first level 5. Blessed are the scribes, whose eternal wisdom shines upon us through the stars, and illuminates the path to our salvation. Wait, what did I just say? Why, that was strange, but I feel so invigorated now. This one. I pretty much never use. I'll just use this one.
Forever cursed is Kelma Rokola.
We have him level
What
3.
is it you recall there, Wilfred, my old friend?
Why are you calling him your old friend? The rights demand we act as one mind, in unison and harmony, and free of any doubt. I have grown more accustomed to being part of the Nightwings this way. What do you have? Using shield. Oh right, shield to allies as well. That's why I wanted this. That's why I wanted this one. That's good.
You may go now at your earliest convenience.
The voice is so good now. Back at the back wagon, you find the lone minstrel examining your fellow exiles as they overcame the accusers, despite their best attempts to stop them. It is plain to you that none of them look well. The lone minstrel notices there and turns to you. Reader, the faster turning of the cycle of the right has put a strain on everyone. We have multiple cases of the banishment sickness this time. It is fortunate that your other companions are available to conduct the coming rite, because I fear that this group here requires rest. You bid Volfred a swift recovery as he nods weakly in response. You exchange a look with Tizo, who seems exhausted after the last rite. As for Jay, it is clear to you she wishes to be left alone right now. You leave the lone minstrel to look after them, and turn to your attention to the stars that remain shining in the dark outside. Wait, but that means we only have 2 people! Oh wait, never mind. Just Tizo and Volfred? Okay, never mind. So we still have Zay. Okay. The stars yet shine on you, revealing various paths forward. Seek your destination. This game gonna be like, you can go pretty much anywhere you want. Oh, never mind. There's only 3. It looks like there's a good chance we're going to be finding essence in the next operation. Who are we fighting here? Ah, drawn. Who are we fighting here? Beneath Higher Hearts. I'm going to go here because I think this is the last place we have not revisited. Because we've been to Yomer multiple times. Goal once already. The box we've been to once. That's where we are right now. Lou is the blade. Priest does the horse thing. Yeah, I think out of all the places, we haven't gone back to this one. So we're going back to this one. It seems that we are to meet again with Udimilthi and the Withdrawn. We can make for the Cairn of Hope at first light, my girl. Let us recover through the night for now. It is too late to do much else. Tizo! You find Tizo there in the black wagon, looking rather more despondent than usual. When you attempt to reach out to him, he barely acknowledges you. Tizo indicates that he wishes to be left alone right now. You almost run into Zay as you turn to leave.
May I discolor?
Oh, I'm sorry, miss. I was just wanting to come back to check on little Tizo. There, I think maybe he's taken ill or something. On further inspection, it occurs to you that Zay perhaps is not off the mark, and that Tizo is unwell for some reason.
Si tempi filia.
Come on, Tizo, you're going to be all right. You might be the smallest one of us, but I think you're the toughest. Though, Miss Yordarios, she was the toughest one of all, wasn't she? I miss her so much sometimes. I still miss her sometimes. Tizo appreciates the kind words but still wishes to be left alone at this time. Oh, don't be silly, Tizo. You know I won't be doing that, don't you? Zay turns to you for a moment, lowering her voice. Miss? I think Tizo would like a little privacy, if you don't mind, though. Though I don't mean to be rude. It's just, Tizo, well, I told him not to eat something. There was this, well, I think it was a mushroom maybe, growing in the corner over there. So I see Tizo sniffing at it, and he's always hungry, and usually I try to feed him, but this time I told him no. Because I know my mushrooms, and whatever it was, I think it was a mushroom, but it wasn't one I know. Well, Tizo ate it anyway. Tizo corroborates Zay's recollection of what happened. So, anyway, I think he's going to be maybe, well, cough it up, I guess? I think maybe at any moment now. Because when I ate things I thought were mushrooms around here, I coughed them up as well. They made me rather sick. Kind of like Tizo over there. I hope that I'm not being inappropriate because it's not polite, maybe? Oh, come to think of it, Tizo, why don't we go outside? Because then I won't have to clean up after you. Like the last time when you ate something I said maybe you shouldn't, remember? Tizo indicates he remembers full well and regrets not heeding Zay's food-related counsel. Okay, so disregarding the fact that he has the banishment sickness, apparently he ate something he wasn't supposed to and is sick. Oh, don't worry, silly. If you take an ill, then I think you're going to be fine. Once you have a little walk outside with me, because you're very tough. Tizo's beginning to look better already.
Leave it here.
You're my best friend, Tizo. I won't let anything bad happen to you. Or at least, I'll try, okay? I don't think anyone can stop you from eating things, though. Then she snatches the Tizo up in her arms and whisks him out of the wagon with her. You hear her call back to you over her shoulder. Bye, miss. I'll make sure that Tizo's alright. I promise, okay? Although the prospect of Zay administering medical assistance normally would give you pause, Tizo seems to accompany her willingly enough. The two have shared rather close bonds since they first made contact with the group. For someone like her who has lived alone for so long, refreshing must be vital. And as for Tizo, he must be impressed that non-natives of the downside seem to know her way. That a non-native of the downside seems to know her way around food safety better than he. That's cute. Alright. So we might as well continue the journey. Stop. Whee! Hi. Swish. I seriously want to know what those are supposed to be. And the accusers. Hi. Oh, you have nothing to say. Cool. You know what? You guys are coming with me. Oh, then you're gone. Sorry, sometimes this is fun. Hold on, is there anything cool over here? Just the pie hearts, never mind. The forbidding Cairn of Haub lies below. Not many exiles see fit to cross beyond it. Some fear that the listless remains of Shaq's 6 shoulders shall snatch them up if they attempt to cross. Others simply do not want to pass through the flagging hands. Few know its true significance as we do, although your adversaries who have drawn should be on their way there. Soon you shall confront them once again. Wait, so the imp beat this thing? Dang. Tizo, your ancestor was badass. So let's see. Tizo spots a convenient spot. Landing here, you should be able to pursue the locations, or Volfred has a hunch that you might find something of value along this route. I kind of want to finish my vocations. I have one more thing I could do on my own. First, oh, there's no one. Okay, that's fine. Okay. Survey Lixan. After having reached the rocky path of Lixan, you volunteer to survey the grounds. You prepare to head out. However, your companions beat you to it in this case. Crockery! Crockery! Tizo indicates that he and Zay are going to scout the area this time. They depart, leaving you to rest up. When they later return with nothing much to report, you're feeling better and are in the midst of deciding which of your vocations to pursue. Study in private. This is the last one we can do. You remain intent on further study of the Book of Rites and find a place where you can concentrate upon it. Though greater understanding comes with the reader's influence. +1 glory. And the last one that I can do. The book seems to push back against you. Your sense of its hidden meaning comes under the layers of contradiction, of missing details, and yet you feel a thorough knowledge of it now. It is more artifact than book. Its power almost solely rests with the reader, who makes time to form a certain meaning from the many passages unwritten. Yet the glimpse of knowledge you approach just then called back to you to stop, and go no further, not to press too forcefully against the outer limits of your understanding. Nevertheless, for what you recognize shall have to be the final time. Inspiration comes to you in a flash, whether from the book or from within, even now you cannot tell. Righteousness. You look up to see the lone minstrel there. You had not noticed him. He looks up at you with his strange eyes, a color not unlike the bindings of the book, and he smiles at you faintly. The moment passes and he turns to go about his business. He leaves you there. You realize you are clutching the Book of Rites to your chest. You manage to pull away. That was weird. Alright, I guess we can continue on. I wonder what the lone minstrel was doing.
You are nothing, reader.
Come on.
Nothing but a mindless simpleton.
Okay, how?
Your every action is a stain upon the legacy of the 8 scribes. The rites have been a long-held secret to keep out those such as you.
You wake from a little sleep you banished this past night. Once more, the voice torments you within your dream. You attempt to rid your memory of it. If the voice truly is that of Archjustice Androbella's the Ninth himself, as Volfred indicated, then none of you are likely to receive too warm a welcome should you regain your freedom. Oh, to the Cairn of Hope. Oh, what's stopping us? Even the barren wastes of the Yomer Valley you find a messenger imp looking to bring you the latest news and rumors from the outside. Good work. This time around, the imp brings tidings of Sir Gilman and what happened to him since his liberation at the Fall of Solium, when, at last, his self-imposed exile came to an end. You learn that he returned to the Commonwealth, was met with much rejoicing, and that before long he was promoted to the rank of Veiled Captain on the Blood Border. And yet, with tears welling in his eyes, he did refuse the post, stating he no longer had the heart to fight against the hiring remnants as he once did. He then cast down his helmet, and then, when next anyone saw him, he was among Volfred's ancients, having joined the revolution to reshape the Commonwealth from within. You thank the messenger for his report and salute it crisply, as surely Gilman would have. Soon, the news has everyone in the wagon talking. The tears he shed ought to have been bottled, and thus set aside for use in their salves. You use worm tears and salves? Cool. Noble Gilman made the gallant choice, it seems. Our plan comes closer to fruition through his good example and support. Tiso feels inspired by the news of Gilman's self-obsession. Do you think that one day I can be as brave as him? Because I don't always think I can. One of the sea domain's own, laying down his arms by his own choice. I'm honestly surprised, even having known him. The news of Gildan's liberation fills you and your exiles with newfound resolve. Plus one hope! Shorter banishment cooldowns. Are worm tears more potent than people tears? Probably? I would assume that's the reason why. Hey guys, always nice to see some more customers because, you know, I don't always get too much around here. And sometimes it gets kind of lonely here, I guess. What's your new... Fortified Star Serum, plus permanent +1 quickness for 87 gold. I have no money. I have no money.
Malo, Meliocean fight.
Pleasure was all mine and Dad's, you guys. I didn't buy anything, sorry. Oh hey, new little xylobones. With that we all could be musical instruments, our bones turned to dust. A keepsake from Yomu Valley. Sorry, I was a little too much fun there. Alright, we commence the ride, I guess. The sky above the Cairn of Hope darkens. Your companions watch in silence and await the commencing of the rite. Pamitha speaks up after a time. Never ceases to be awkward, waiting around like this. Now everybody is ready and the stars begin to shine once more, precisely as foretold. Thanks for breaking the silence, son. But yeah, it's kind of hard. It's kind of amazing. Apparently, Tizo's ancestor and kind of the imp of the group of that the scribes apparently beat this guy. I was just like, oh, yeah, Tizo's ancestor was amazing. What the heck is this? Tattered mantle. Oh, this is new. How long has this been here? Whoa, yeah, whoa, indeed. Yeah, like off the top of my head, I can remember. So, the imp scribe killed this dude. The nomad scribe killed this thing. The curse scribe killed this scorpion thing. The worm scribe killed this thing. The bog crone scribe killed this thing. Just like. The harp scribe killed this thing. I believe the sap scribe killed this one. And then, hold on. Which one am I missing? Hold on. I don't know who the demon scribe killed. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, I don't know who the demon scribe killed. And then, I forgot which one, the other scribe that was not actually a scribe but has a star killed. If they killed anyone, I don't remember. It's fine. Let's just start.
Rita, I am still very cross with you, you know. To think I saw in you a worthy heir. Not just to the legacy of the Night Wings, but to the future of the Commonwealth. That traitor Volfred. Only a fool would be seduced by his audacious promises and his dangerous ideas. That, dear reader, would make you a fool. I have no choice but to explain it thus, so even you could understand. Now for this blasted rite. Some of us still have our duties to uphold.
Previous time, you snuffed our pyre flame, prevailed. This time, all for your slack. No matter the result, and no matter the cost.
The withdrawn. Let us show them what the Nightwings can do.
Choose now, your band of traitors.
Rude. I find it funny that he was calling me as like a successor or something like that, and I'm like, but I thought I couldn't do it because, or I couldn't go free because of the thing. I'm gonna be using you. Actually, I'm remembering. Yeah, I can't.
Bertrude.
This is all I can use right now. Oh.
Zay.
Radistas?
If that is all, then.
Oh, I'm ready. Maybe a success to his job, new narrative of the rights. Maybe, but it's just like the game tells you the readers can't do it because you have to actually participate in the rights themselves to be free. Hear us, Islak. Bring us thy terrible power. And I can kill her.
Now begin.
Got him.
The Nightwings assert themselves thusly. Udmilda's not so scary now.
Bye.
'Twas a crushing blow against their pyre. Farewell for now, witch. How utterly brazen.
Hear us, Islak. Let us be the vessel of thy will and thwart these heathen fools.
I mean, you haven't even gotten a hit on me yet. Calm down. Oops. Oops.
A deathly thwarted drive.
Oops. I'm trying to do the thing where I'm trying to get a double kill, as the game wants me to do. But I'm not doing very good job of that. Egg, double kill. Got it.
Vanished.
Darn it.
Now go.
Oh, got it.
And it is done.
We didn't even get hit.
The Nightwings managed to prevail. And what a crushing victory it was.
Crushing indeed. Boom.
The ceremony is complete.
Ye ignorant ones. All that we have wrought is part of your Slack's grand design. Yes. Oh, ye shall see.
There is much to learn from this
Taking that
experience.
rising rank, because she's maxed.
Apparently, the exiled Bertrude is committed to the
So
path.
bright with eldritch knowledge, long forbidden in the common realm. We learned the stuff of fear itself.
That's what I was reading on. When you have less, you deal more damage. Okay, yeah, that's what I was reading. Or when it is less,
Now
they deal.
go and wallow in the downside for a while.
Good as always. There proves little time for rest at the Black Wagon after your fellow exiles were withdrawn in decisive victory. Those afflicted with the banishment sickness seem to be doing better, at least, and express gratitude to Gertrude, Zay, and Prometha for their efforts. Just then, the lone minstrel appears before you. No words escape his lips. You can guess full well that he has come to indicate to you what he has come to indicate to you, and follow him back out into the darkness. The stars above seem to be few and fading, and yet one still shines, defiant. The path to freedom. Again. Star of the Whistling Prince? What? Hold on. Star of the Serpent Lord, an element which engulfed the star of the First Empress. Star of the Blood Mistress, an element which engulfed the star of the Moon Star Hunter. What are these stars? Star of the Old Cutter, Star of the Broken Boyer, Star of the Wooded Watcher. I want to learn about these things. That's okay. You notice the lone minstrel is standing there with you regarding the night sky. The Gate Guardian and I. We have paid witness to the liberation rites upon the fall of Solium for a long time. We have seen so much. And so, I am a bit taken aback, it is all, to see something which I have never seen before. I have never seen. You look upon the stars together for a while then. I wish for your good fortune and the wisdom of the scribes on your ascent. The lone minstrel leaves you there under the night. It has grown very late and you need rest. The Black Wagon shall take the flight again come morning. No one? No one. I will harvest you. Well, I guess we're heading back up to that one place again. Honestly, it does slightly bother me that it's getting real short. It's like, the first time you go there, it's like you have to do 8. Essentially. Or 8, 7, 7, 8, 8, 7, 7. But then after that, it's like 3, and then 3, then 2, then 2. I'm just like, god dang game. This gives me a little bit more time before all these. Something appears to be different now about the sacred mountain west of here. The lands near Emperor's Ascent and Emperor's Falls appear ashen. On the other hand, the once precarious region below, which you know as the Temple High Road and the Temple Cistern, seems swept clean by the elements. The lone minstrel observed all this alongside you. Inclement weather we have lately seen, reader ma'am. We ought to be able to make landing closer to the Scribe's Gate now. Then I suppose this means we soon shall see Celeste once more. Then I shall go tell everyone to prepare for landing. So we get one less thing to do before you even enter Scribe's Gate. Great. Let's see. Who's getting favor? Zay or Volfred? I guess I'll do Volfred. Can you imagine how long this game would... I mean, I understand it being shorter, but suddenly being 3 kind of is real short. You arrive once more along the quiet solitude of Mount Aliadel. It appears that Prometha and the Essence have already arrived along the other route. Oh, hey, the Beyonder Crystal. I forgot about you. A visit from my favorite reader. What is the occasion? Grab trial. You need but ask, my reader, and you need but indicate who is to be my student. Alright, Volfred, you're up. You asked Sandra to administer one of her special trials for Volfred. That fancy talking sap, you mean? I shall be interested to see what he has learned. If he has learned something since we last sparred like this, then let us bring him forth. Soon Volfred appears in heat of the summer. So it is my turn then, is it? Then let us see what we can do, my girl. The Emperor's Sandra appears and fastens her mask. Listen well, Sap. You answer to me here. As you will, O Sandra BNC. Proper as ever then. Though, I wonder if you have the wherewithal that you project. Show me then what you can do without the benefit of those whom you would lead. And let us see if you and your lovely reader have reached a thorough understanding as of yet. Oh, this might be interesting. Shoot! Alright. There we go. Oops. Now let's grab that. Okay, I can still shield while doing the whole. But again, you are dumb slow! Oh gosh darn it. Come on. I needed to kill some of you. Just gonna go around. Oh shoot, I let go too early. Oh no! Got it. Shoot! Oh well. It's fine. Darn it. Darn it. Shoot. I am dumb slow. Come on. Come on. Oh, thank God. I am grateful for the privilege of your time, good son. Flattery shall never get you anywhere with me, Sap. Nonetheless, your performance was sufficient, and you have passed my test. Thus, congratulations are in order, to you and to your lovely reader. Now farewell. I had not seen that Sandra in some time. She has not changed a bit. But it would seem that she had left something for us, did she? Lose Bo? What the heck is Bo? And that's Volford's brink abilities transport him further than usual. Okay. That might be useful. Considering he's slow as beans. I unfortunately do not have like any Stardust for this. Bow like a branch? Is that a word for a branch? Hold on, I'm looking this up. Oh! It is actually a branch. I had never seen that word before. I had never... Yeah, I'd never seen that word before, so I'm like, what the heck is a bow? Hold on, let's check this. Oh. A chance at liberty presents itself again. I do not know yet whom to choose this time. The group is so accommodating, yet I know they look to me to make the best decision for us all. Yeah, like, most people just use branch, yeah. That makes sense. Alright. We're gonna go seek the cursed scribe's favor. With some time to spare after having landed, you join Volfred on a brief expedition to the monument of Yomer Menime. The book says almost nothing of our present circumstance. I wish that I had clear guidance as to how we should proceed, O scribes. Although, perhaps this is the nature of the path. It isn't to be read and understood. It is to be embraced with all of one's heart and mind. With other choice, what other choice is there? You return to the wagon once he has finished paying his respects. You have the occasion once more to pursue your vocation. Volfred has +2 presents for the rites, and... Oh, good. Now that I've done everything here, I can't do it anymore. I guess I'll mentor a companion. Mentor Pamitha. Fine then, let us chat together for a spell. Pamitha gains a somewhat stronger grasp of how to better pass the celestial orb through strength of will and trust in one's tribute than through dexterity alone. She nods in understanding. You know that we can all feel your guidance when we have the orb, don't you, reader darling? I did not know that. Alright, let me do something real quick. I've had this thing forever. And I kind of want... So I'm thinking... Because our enemy is... Pamitha's sister, Tamitha, I might just do Pamitha versus Tamitha. But I kind of want to use this on her. So that she gets to level 5. Yep. I just really wanted to do that. I used to soar above the mountains with the hiring remnants, and we would see the Commonwealth shining down on the horizon. It enraged us, the mere sight of it. I can fly free no longer, yet that anger, I don't feel it anymore. Huh. Saluting, I don't salute ever. I guess I'm not. Cool, with this, Pamitha's maxed out and is ready to be sent home. Alright, continue the journey. The Scribe's Gate. Again, you stand before Scribe's Gate. There, the Great Guardian regards you. All above in an archway carved with stone. The exiles of the Nightwings. You must know by now that, once the stars no longer shine, the rites shall cease. For now, step forth. Except for you, Tariq. You stay right there.
Salutium, Celeste.
Greetings, Celeste. The Nightwings are prepared. And as for me? You shall not blaspheme under the gate again. Do we understand each other, Tariq?
Felamta, Celeste.
Aye, Celeste. I apologize for my behavior before. I shall adhere more strictly to my duties.
Vinkranta.
Be sure of it. Now, each of you, come forth. Please state your names and what it is that you seek with crossing Skype Gate. One by one, your companions cross the gate until it's your time to do so, and you follow them in turn. The gate guardian regards you all, then waves you through towards the summit.
Torigas and gratas.
The 8 scribes bid the Nightwings welcome. Go forth with glory. Am I free to accompany them, Celeste? Or shall I remain here? She looks at him for a while.
Estar atentos.
You are free to accompany them, Tariq. As you will, Celeste. Until we meet upon the summit, then. Man, things got rocky between them, and I kind of forgot why. No one in the cart.
Rikishi flies.
Oh, it's you guys. Come on in, I guess. You got here just right on time, because I was just thinking, maybe I could close a little early here, you know? Business has been real good and everything. It's been a little slow in spots. A little slow is all. And I was thinking, maybe I should do a sale? What would you say to that? Go for it. I want a sale. You agree to Falcon Run that a sale might be a good idea to liven things up a bit. Well, I guess maybe that's a way to look at things. And so, then I'm gonna think about it. Stew on it a while. But no promises, okay? Okay. So, you buying something for me or what? What do you have? A shooting star. The bear can banish adversaries by flinging the orb into them. Oh, okay. First, let me sell these. Too bad he didn't actually listen, and he's not having a sale. I will buy the Stardust, though. Thank you, good sir.
Velotion ties.
You guys have a good day out there. Okay, let me do something real quick. Where it is. I will upgrade this up to level. Oops. Now he goes double speed when he does blink, which means I will probably go past the frickin' Pyre multiple times. Alright, another thing that I want to do. Let's read up on the celestial landmarks. Now that we've been to all of them, I'm gonna. I think we have all the pages to this one. So let's see. Celestial landmarks, in the words of Lou Solian, 100 Minds, the scholar. Do you feel a kinship with the stars? You owe your everything to them. Perhaps one day, even your freedom. I chased the stars across the river of my genealogy, until they led me here. I demanded they explain to me the paradox of knowledge, for how it is that something can be shared, but still contained within ourselves, in its entirety. The stars did not respond, but set me on a quest. I sought the 9 landmarks which they revealed to me, so that someday I would reveal their mysteries to you. These landmarks, emissaries of the stars, are 9 lenses through which we see the land, and see ourselves in a new light. The Ridge of Gold. The serpentine Gangroth turned to brittle stone not long after his death, of that you may be certain. What remains is a flat, elevated basin that stands as close to the heavens upon the fallen Gandroth hide. The stars themselves alight, and you shall know you stand on sacred ground. We set the metal sigils, lit the candle flames, and we emblazoned on the rock like forms the sigil of our passage to and from this land. And then the stars themselves, they did reply to us. They sang shining bright, their voices loud and clear. We understand their cadence, and we knew how often to return. The Spring of Yomer. I ofttimes think of the carapace of the hive titan Bialanthus shall be an everlasting blemish on an almost splendid bit of land. But Yomer, in his brashness, felled the monster with a certain flare. Then the moon shone through the ridges of the massive carapace and shined upon the pulling ichor, turning it into the freshest nectar ever to be tasted. The spring shall flow eternally, and those who walk within it shall experience the resplendent glory of the land. The stars begin to fall there on the spring with regularity, and we now know how soon again that they shall do so, and we wish for you to see it for yourself. The Carn of Hope. How ironic that the shattered remnants of the Bone Titan Shack's six shoulders, which once stood vigilant over the archway into the flagging hands, remain now as foreboding as when the horrid monster still possessed unnatural life. After little Haub dispatched the Bone Titan in a feat of ingenuity, Shax's pieces fell into the valley floor, forming a set of standing stones which Haub marked. Further traces of the Titan's glacial blood, coagulated into perfect frozen drops which still shimmer in the darkness. Six Shoulders seems to start reanimating when the stars above him dance a certain way. Paint the sigil then in the shining light. The Pit of Milfi. If there is one celestial landmark in which I would never again wish to tread, unless, of course, the stars beseech me to, it has to be the pit. 'Twas dark in there beyond all reckoning, if not for Milfi's sorceress lantern. All of us, we all would have been lost. What lies within the pit is not to be invoked, though I have no doubt our godly Underking shall be unable to prevent himself from boasting of how Milfi sealed it there for an entire age. The thing yet lies there on the edge of death, though its connection to the stars, it gives the pit significance. Walk there with courage and a steady mind. The Hook of Oars. The Brazian? The Brazian was was first of many river ships to vanish in the downside, although presumptuous of its loss were not inaccurate. The doomed ship and her valiant crew had charted half the Sea of Solace, here the land of the brave voyage. The sea titan unfathomed Plerunes was not fond of the vessel sullying her sea, and split the doomed ship with a single swipe. The ship's own shattered prow would later end the sea titan's cruel reign, as the boastful Underking loves to recount. The stars themselves must have been moved by this. That point within the sea, now sacred, has the stars dancing in homage every now and again. The Isle of Kalamer. The traitor Kalamer rope collar, whereas he brought about our Emperor's fall, whereas he nearly claimed the life of our dear Solium, we forgive him. We have forgiven him. We give a certain thanks to him, for he has played a vital part in the Stars' plan. If not for him, then we, the Eight, would never have aligned. We never found the rope collar. He fled into the sea, towards an isle which we all knew to avoid. 'Tis where we think that Kalamer's tattered mantle finally did him in, among the wild imps. Should the stars ever convene above that isle, it shall be to signify that their long dance across the skies is drawing to a close. The Nest of Triesta. The ashen effigy of the nightmare titan Zilvius, horse-headed looms, as dark as ever on the precipice of the Black Basin, where her chaotic influence thundered the land itself until it was wept with fire. The very instant that our graceful friend Triesta, Tithys, finally laid to rest the greater titan with the power for the holy scepter of the empire, the stars shone down upon us all with a blinding light. Triesta thought that she could bear her children in the warmth there, but alas, now the stars revisit that locale with regularity. The fissures in the rock do pose more danger than one ought invite, but summoned to the nest is to be honored. The Blade of Lu. Never have I witnessed an affront to nature, mine and everyone's quite like the poisoned woods of limbless Azarek, the root titan in his suffocating influence. I shall leave it to the boastful Underking to tell you more of Arazek's vanquishing, whilst I may tell you something of the glade that he protected, which became my own, for my own genealogy now occupies the soil there, and strives forevermore to prevent Azarek from taking root again. The brambles of the glade are constantly encroaching on themselves, then falling once again to dust. The miraculous cycle reflected in the starlight piercing through the canopy needs to be witnessed whether the stars invite an audience. And then this follows Solium. From the top of the Mount Aliadel, the downside may be seen in its entirety, or at least felt, since so much of the land is shrouded, but that is hardly all. Though, through a wondrous miracle, there lies upon the highest mountain an inverted fall, whose waters crash not towards the sea, but rush towards the heavens. We speculate these are the very waters which delivered us, but now bend backwards, seeking their return, as we do all. As we all do. As we do all. In this phenomenon can freedom be achieved, but only for the chosen, when the time is right. This is a path to freedom we cannot traverse, but shall leave open for you, so that you may strive for it. Interesting. I love how he wrote very differently when he got to his part. Did I sell my words already?
Mr.
Yes.
Lelioste.
Yes, I did. Okay.
Mistatum cha.
Alright. Guess we're doing the liberation rite. Once more, the time has come for the liberation rite, where one among you can go free if you prevail. Freedom is likewise at stake for your adversaries, the Essence. As your companions gather under the fall, awaiting the commencement of the rite, the vital rite, the Lone Minstrel finds you and regards you in its calm fashion. Night is falling. These moments, prior to each commencement, I must admit they give me pause, knowing so much is at stake during the trial that is to come. Tell me something, would you, reader? To ease the waiting for both of us. I have traveled far and wide, even beyond these lands. However, the Commonwealth, I know only through word and song. I sometimes think on what life would be like out there. If you were not ensnared within this place, and free to roam your country, what would you have done with all your days and years, rather than striving here under the stars? What would you have done with yourself in the Commonwealth? Simple life on the farm. The waters past the borders of the Commonwealth. I don't know. That's a good question. I guess I would have just sailed. I probably, knowing me, I probably would not have even known about the frickin' revolution. You long to find some solitude out there, though of a different sort than all the solitude available in such abundance in the downside here. You have lived out your days in peace, beyond the bustle of the Commonwealth, and in a manner close to the olden times. Peace be with you then, reader, whether it is that your travels shall take you in this life or the next. Just then the Lone Minstrel looks forth, and you see that it is the time. It is time. The stars above, though faint, begin to burn.
The stars that yet remain aflame align once more over the sacred fall of Solium. 'Twas here that the 8 scribes ordained the glorious tradition in which you now participate. The glorious tradition which you and that instigator Wolfred seek to undermine. 'Tis my sincerest hope your adversaries in this liberation rite achieve instead what they desire. May the essence quickly quench those flames of yours.
You say
Let
that,
us
and
get
yet
on with the proceedings then.
he says that, and yet she's someone who wants to destroy the Commonwealth. The pyre burns, and each of the triumphants is present and prepared. I concur. The pyres burn, and each of the triumphants is present and prepared.
Regita noxalas.
Then, anointed one of the essence, come forth now and declare yourself, and pay any respects you have unto your adversaries' nightlings. Tamitha swoops down from somewhere and passes the mess. I am known as Tamitha Thayan. I mean to return to my ancestral home and promptly resume my responsibilities as flight technician of the High Wing Remnants. Our long stalemate against the Commonwealth shall soon be ended. Should I and several of my sisters manage to rejoin our clan, then our vengeance shall be swift and thorough.
Sentir l'ostium.
Your quarrel with the country that cast you into exile is beneath the notice of the scribes, Tamitha Thayan. Here you shall be judged under the stars. My quarrel with the Commonwealth is all that gave me and my sister's strength enough to reach this point. The scribes ought well take heed of how my people suffer. We are not weaklings anymore, like your Trieste Tiphys. We shall not fall in line with flightless fools and their naked attempts to subsume our heritage, our culture.
Rictus tafin.
Speak not again of this of the saint, or you shall be expelled, Tamitha Thayan. Tamitha scoffs, then turns her attention towards your side. And Nightwings, as for you, the fury we shall imminently show is nothing in comparison to the hatred growing for your commonwealth in the mountains on the other side. She signals to her sister and ready themselves. You seek freedom, but there shall be nothing, save for devastation, should you manage to return.
Noxalas.
Nightwings, on whose behalf shall you conduct this liberation rite? Choose quickly. May you heed your heart in making your choice.
Parece prama.
I trust you are prepared to play the hymn with me, Three. Always, Celeste.
Whom do you endeavor to return?
I've decided it shall be Tamitha versus Tamitha. So I'm to get my shot at this then. Or at all this then. How very thoughtful of you, reader darling.
Who shall stand with her?
Support will be, I guess, Wolfred.
Wolfred.
Let us prevail on this night for you, Tamitha, and for the good of our aligning nation. And Tizo!
Tizo.
He's probably going to result fire for this. Tizo's anxious to see Tamitha return home after the home this night.
Predictably decided.
Predictably, yeah, thank you. I will admit this was predictable. One final obstacle to overcome ere I can soar again, above your commonwealth. Such destruction I shall rain upon it. Soon, but first, let us dance this final time.
Commence.
Oops. Whoops. I'll take that. Look at little Caesar go. As the liberation rite continues, you see Palitha reaching out to you, or perhaps just reaching out to anyone at all. Reader, someone. Let her prevail. Let her prevail. Please let her prevail here this once. If this thought makes me a traitor, so be it. Please let Tamitha prevail, for she is here, wrapped up in all this. The plea trails off and Tamitha remains steadfast, all her attention focused on the liberation rite. And as for Tamitha, prepare yourselves, Nightwings. And as for you, Tamitha, I await the outcome of this night, for it shall soon ensure that I may never have to see your smirking countenance again. Sorry, Tamitha, but I'm gonna have to say no to that. Hark now, my sisters! Damn that, what that book says. Advance the strike formation. Prevail here against these wretches, no matter the cost. In disregard for the ways of the right, Tamitha Thayan is ordered her triumphant to push further afield, adopting an even more aggressive stance for the remainder of this rite. Oh, what? Oh gosh darn it. Bye. Oh wow, they're... Oh, this is gonna be annoying. Okay. Okay, I think I gotta just go. Or... God dang it! God dang it. Well, I got the rekindled.
That one almost got through. Empire shan't survive much more of that. Come now, someone end this. Ouch. And
God dang it.
clarity.
It's like, should I save scum this? I don't want to let her go. She's a problem. She's a problem. I don't want to let her go home. It's like, oh, well. I'm save scumming this.
Is
I mean, it is super annoying how out of nowhere she's just like, how she's all like, we're
whom
moving
do
up
you
forward.
endeavor to
I'm
return?
like, what? Piece of trash.
Tamatha, who shall lend her support? Wolfred. Tizo. Very well. Commence.
Gosh darn it. I understand like why Tamitha wants Tamitha to win. At the same time, I'm like, I don't want her to cause problems to the Commonwealth. Gosh darn it. Thank you, Tizo, for being so good. Darn it. Gosh darn it. Gosh darn it. Thank God thanks to his blink being so long. That is great. And now they move forward, which is annoying. Gosh darn it. Gosh darn it. At least now that I know I have the thing where Slavic gives me 2 hits again now, I'll just take advantage of that. Alright. Can Tizo get it? Gosh, oh, frick. Get the ball, get the ball, get the ball. Run for it, run for it, run for it, run for it.
And there it is at last.
Thank God.
The Night Wings proved their worth.
Again, sorry Pamitha, but I'm not letting
Of
your
their
sister go back.
adversaries, the same cannot be said.
Thank God for Tizo.
Thus ends the liberation rite. And thus the scribes have chosen the exile appointed by the Night Wings shall be free, absolved of all misdeeds, return to glory in the Commonwealth. The adversary and all others shall remain to carry out their rightful sentences.
Damn you for this, Pamitha. All of this because of you. So, what am I supposed to give a speech or something then? Reader, all of you, look. I have no idea still why you picked me. Well, I do have one, but I don't think it's right. If you wanted to get rid of me right now, you would need to have gone to such lengths. And so, I am left only to conclude that you did this. The years I spent down here, in one sense, they have all been such a waste, just utterly for nothing, spectacularly so. I thought that my relationship with Pamitha had nowhere left to go but up, but, well, it's not quite the case. But then, I think on what would have become of me, and I made no attempts to set things right, and I had not done everything I have. I could not have lived with that, I think. I was so certain that my life would end down here. I'm only now beginning to consider that the opposite may come true instead. What I'm trying to say is, thanks to all of you. Now, I guess I better head back to that damn Commonwealth. So, bottoms up. She plunges into the waters of the swimming pool and disappears from view, though her voice still rings out. Well, we'll have to see what we can do up there, provided that my sisters haven't had their way with it just yet. Anyway, let us find a way to keep in touch. But just in case, goodbye.
Godspeed, Pamitha Thane.
Oh, no, thanks.
Perhaps the scribes are watching even now. Watching as their glorious tradition draws to a close.
He's a level 5. Rank 5. A hidden power, a terrible, unbridled fury seems to have awakened within Tizo. Yeah? All in all, it seems he's very enthusiastic about it. What am I getting? Let's see. After casting Implode, return much faster. If banished, Tizo drops the moon signal. I'll just take that.
Now take your execrable companion someplace else.
Well, Pamitha, truly, did you get the best of me again? I weep for all our sisters on the other side, that you are to rejoin them now, and I pray that they shall have the wisdom to see through your lies. as I once should have done.
Sente misteri,
To
Frantos.
think that I was born to share blood of someone such as you. You prevailed in the liberation rites again against the essence. Already does the Black Wagon feel quieter than usual without Prometha, who returned to the Commonwealth. You overhear some of your companions reflecting on
Good
this.
thoughts and carving.
It never grows easier having to say farewell to one of our own. Kizo is trying to console Wolfred with an soothing song. You wonder who, if anyone, among you shall be the next to go. Our plan approaches a key turning point. Let us ensure it soon comes to fruition. Not only for ourselves here, but our companions and our loved ones in the Commonwealth. But we have a little time now for reflecting into this. Look yonder, leader. The stars demand we go already. Let us help them usher in the end of all this. You turn your attention to the glimmer of the stars. Their current rate of disappearance is just another liberation rite shall be coming very soon. Rogue Star, Bob Star, Colonel Star, the Planner. Our next enemy might be the Pyre. Wow, rights till the next liberation. 1. Amazing. It is becoming more and more evident just how few liberation opportunities remain. I expect that they shall soon present themselves, one after another. Then, let us make ready and end this. 1. Oof. Alright, who am I fighting? I can either fight the Tempers, the Dissidents, or the Pyre Hearts. Probably gonna be fighting the Pyre Hearts in the next thing, so. Will I be able to handle the Pyre Hearts? I don't know who to fight. I guess I'll do the Dissidents. Yeah, let's go into the infield. The field's full of imps. Now the stars bid you to return to the Isle of Kalimer, where you shall stand against the dissidents once again. Your adversary's Barker Ashpaw likely knows the cycle of the rites is drawing to a close. His last remaining chance to earn the favor of the scribes and then regain his freedom likely hinges on the outcome of his right. The cycle of the rites is soon to end. Your exiles from the downside are trying to be free. Your adversaries, your companions, even you yourself, are running out of time. Hey, Minstrel. Following Prometha's liberation, the lone minstrel has returned to the wagon and stands as though nothing has happened here at this minute. He tilts his head a bit as you approach. Once more, the Night Wings have prevailed in the liberation rite of your mindfulness, leader. A commendable achievement. Surely Prometha shall live out her days in gratitude to you and your companions. Perhaps she may now see Ruki there in your Commonwealth. I should think Ruki would have liked to witness what took place this night. I trust that together they shall make a formidable difference to the plan which all of you endeavor to achieve. Now, for this time, Celeste and I are to return to our respective stations. We all await the next turn of the cycle of the rites, which is gonna be like real soon, hun. May you prevail once more when we traverse Scribe's Gate. Until then, rest well under the stars. He nods and leaves you to recover after a long night. Oh shoot. I was pushing X to take off, but then the game was like, here's the text box. And I'm like, oops. I pushed through the text box. Sorry, game. know what these things are all about. Again, we return to the Isle of Pyre, hidden in this storm. I met very few who knew about of it all, much less have walked upon the stone sands. The disconcerting tales of the demise of Caleb Rubcaller, who met his end there on that isle. The imps that swarm and breed across the place today is not much. Having taken witness to the rites firsthand, they have become rather upset with them. I sometimes wonder if it's more difficult to conduct the rites with such a boisterous audience. May the dissidents find their way shortly, so that the imps may have their consciences desired. Loudest suggests that a good supply of starters will be found along the start. You sense that Caesar gains a deeper understanding of the rites along the start. That's probably just a temporary statue. Do I really need the Stardust? Oh, no. I don't think we would use it. Oh, nothing in the black right there. Guess we're gonna go searching. Ah, there you are. Shall we get going then? You come to the glowing mist on the exertion through the murky waters of the bottom, where the stars themselves used to shed some of their splendor. Collecting stardust is laborious and delicate process, though some find it rather meditative. In time, you have gathered a good supply of the stuff and returned together to your others. Holy crap! That is the biggest pile of stardust I've ever seen. I will probably never use it. Do I even have a talisman worth using that on now? So this is max. This is max. This is max. And then this is max. And then there's all of this stuff that I don't plan on using anymore. I'm probably not going to use any of these things anymore. So it's like, I'm not going to use it. Alright, on to the aisle. Or the cave, more like it. Okay, I've been to the shop as usual. Guys, can't help but wondering whatever happened to that number with the wings. You know, the one. I guess she's kind of pretty, maybe, I suppose. She's still around by any chance? Because, well, anyways. Oh, you had a crush on her, didn't you? It's okay, Pavitha was very pretty. Oh, no, he's not there. Let's see. Still can't afford any of these. I'm not planning on buying these. These are expensive as heck. I remember at the beginning of the game, this was here and was like, this is something I want. I never got it. Come see us again, you guys. I guess we have time to do it, right? Before you stand before the brazen outcroppings of the Isle of Caleb. The sky darkens, and in the distance you hear the sound of gibbering creatures growing louder. The sound of it is unnerving enough that your fellow exiles remain quiet, their eyes fixed as the stars above. Soon, something in the sky above begins to stir.
seems the stars once more have mustered wherewithal to usher in the rites. The sky grows dimmer by the day. An age is ending. Surely you must know by now that you shall never all be free.
I figured.
Yet still you struggle to fulfill some senseless plan.
I mean, why not?
But I digress, of course. Some of us still honor the tradition. Some of us hold dear the teachings of the scribes.
I mean, he's saying that, but I'm like thinking, how is Wolfred's plan gonna mess with the plant? Gonna mess with the rites? I don't see how it's gonna cause problems with it. The pyres on each side are burning bright. From across the field, you observe the leader of the dissidents approach and moves his mouth.
Well, now it's time we went another round. Then is it, mates? Don't know how many more of these we got in us these days. So how about we make this one a real quicker, eh? Come on then, Nightwings, do your worst. I want to see you try and do some proper damage here. Look at all those doggos.
Who shall it be this time?
So, Gertrude,
Gertrude.
Wolfred,
Wolfred.
and I guess Tizo. They're both level 5, so it doesn't matter.
Tizo. Fine.
Rocky! If this is your last confrontation with the dissidents, then Tizo vows to make it one to remember.
Alright then, mates. You ready? Let's make those blasted stars up there go wet themselves after we're through here, eh?
That was
Begin. Now to the flame.
They're just staying there. They're just staying there and just shooting. The heck?
Indeed.
Darn it. No! Shoot! Uh-oh.
Out with you all.
Shoot! Uh-oh.
Simply abhorrent. A pyre has been scathed.
This is kind of annoying, mostly because they're just kind of standing back and shooting.
Such wherewithal.
Thank God for this blink.
Best not get overconfident, Nightwings. Good.
Got it right.
Tis taken.
Darn it! Shoot! Got it.
Pyre's flames grow weak.
Oi, not bad, I gotta say. Go now, keep at it. Go on now, you keep at it, Barker boy. Just like your dear old mama here, we're here. Just keep at it. Now, you understand? No pressure now, no pressure, y'all. Alright, mates, time to get real angry now and show 'em what for. Come on, let's boil some blood, eh?
Such fervor.
Oh no! Shoot! Shoot! Oh, shut up. ranges. Shoot. Shoot. Go Tizo, go Tizo. Got it.
Blessed be,
I really do want this.
your victory's at hand. Barker's on time out.
Stop just shooting from the background. I can't get any closer.
Why, that was all of them.
Come on, get in.
And it is
Woo! I got the 15 gold too.
blasted night winds prevailed somehow.
That was
And
annoying
such
just
a
because they kept
well-conducted victory it was. The rite is ended.
The dissidence you conducted here was fury and such desperation that we must commend you for it, despite the outcome which hath favored us.
Well done, Nightwings. As for the dissidents, though they fought us fiercely many times, I doubt that it shall be enough. May they find mercy in this land. Tizo is pleased to have prevailed, though he wishes that the dissidents find their peace.
I can feel my blood still boiling after that. Would have rather snuff that flame of yours, but hey, be seeing you around these parts. Come on, mates, let's get out of here.
The rites do tend to teach something of trust.
Oh, hey, rank
I
4.
knew someday that even Wilfred there would see the light.
Long did I bide my time in anticipation that one day the Nightwings would be reformed under a common cause. To be a part of it myself is nourishing the spirit. Oh, it's your skill. It's your skill that's healing me if I die. Well, let's make it forward.
May misfortune find you ere the turning of the stars.
Like, I couldn't remember why I had that skill, because I don't remember having it on anybody. And then it's just like, oh, you have it. Well, that explains why that one is sad of that other good habit. Inside the wagon, after overcoming the dissidents, Volfred is discussing aspects of the outcome with the others when the lone minstrel seeks you out. Pardon the intrusion, reader, though I need to ask a moment of your time, while the night is clear enough for you to see. Please, come have a look outside. Perhaps the news of your next destination may further stir the hearts of your companions. Among what stars yet remain shining in the night, one of them now burns bright as ever you can see. Again, the next one is already on. And then we're gonna be fighting the the withdrawn. The cycle turns even more quickly now, until such time that as it shall shudder to a halt. The sound. I forget myself. I should not say such things. Scribes, they would say that one ought focus on the path in front of you. When we set forth to walk along and labored path, it can be all too much. If we stand back and look upon it as a whole, we may well decide to turn around. But if we begin to walk with Kate casting down our gaze, and with resisting well the urge to look too far ahead, we may make steady, careful progress. Soon enough, we may arrive where we endeavor. Lone Mission bid you good evening. You have best retire for the night. When first daylight comes, it shall be time again to get in the sky. Hello there. Hello, my girl. Tizo and I were just reminiscing on old times. Tizo was happy to have Wilfred back among the Nightwings once again. Thank you, Tizo. I'm happy to be back among the Nightwings as well. Though, you understand why we were forced to be apart for so long, don't you? Rahul! Tizo indicates he understands full well. I trust that Tariq provided some good company and song during the intervening time. Speak! Tizo confirms that he did enjoy traveling alongside the lone minstrel for some time. And there he is, right on cue. Something I can do for you, Wolford, sir. Wolford that's warned me of this. No, Tariq, we are well enough for now. Tizo and I were just remembering the time when we first met, the three of us. Tizo was rather apprehensive then, as I recall. He was merely being circumspect? Well, I'm sure Tizo has the sharpest instincts with us all. But the bite he gave to you, sir, it left a permanent impression, did it not? It did indeed. I consider it a mark of friendship. May it stay with me for all my days. It is a good reminder that despite the challenges we faced together in the past, my time among the Nightwings has been extraordinary. Likewise, I can say the same, sir. Rocky! He's the same sentence as well. Wolford turns to you. I should apologize, my girl. Here we are talking of a history you do not share. Believe me when I say we're skipping over many of the bad parts. What I mean is, it is my intention to exclude you as we wax nostalgic. The Nightwings that you know. We are a strange assortment, are we not? Those of us who share some kinship from the past. I suppose we cannot help but seek some warmth. But it should not be the exclusion of the friendship that we forged right now. So please, why don't you join us for a bit? Together you, Wolford, Tizo, and the Lone Minstrel talk a while about the times gone by. The three of them are pleased to be back in one another's company again, having grown close through shared experience in the past. Just the same, they have welcomed you to the group. In spite of the hardships you have faced, some of these idle moments that you've shared together may one day form memories you think back on with fondness. Soon the conversation winds down, though it's lifted all your spirits for a while. By now, most of the Tremulatives whom we have placed no longer have any real chance of earning sufficient favor to regain their freedom. Perhaps we are always due to share the same fate. Probability of success, 78%. I am curious to see if freeing Kamitha did anything, but I'm going to end now. It is 10 o'clock. Rather than thought, too. So we end now. And we will continue this on Thursday. I don't know who's set free yet. I will decide that Thursday. Where is the... There it is. So yeah, we will decide who to free on Thursday. And play more of this on Thursday. And I have no idea how many more times I can free people. I want to say 2. Because you can only free someone with as long as you have 3 people, and we have 4 still. So I want to say there's 2 more people that we can free, but that's still up in the air. Anyways, good night, and again Thursday. Night. Thank you, stream members. Bye bye. Only time will tell. Yep, only time will tell.